You guys are off to a great start, don't you think? I mean, Cindy showed up, so right away, Scott, you got to be pretty psyched, right?
Hey, buddy, I'm not paying you to hear your thoughts on life. I'm paying you to sing.
Well, I have a microphone, and you don't.
So you will listen to every damn word I have to say!
You're listening to American Slacker Podcast with Matt Gertz and Jesse Landers.
So we're talking about
Parking, man. One of those things that nobody likes to deal with.
we all have to
It's
do.
there. It's there. It's a natural element of life if you drive.
You got to find your spot in the parking lot of life. People settle for, the ones at the back. I have my I always want the front spot. You always want a nice little short walk to wherever it is you're going. You don't want to
See,
have to
I'm
be all the way in the back.
I'm the guy that I pick my spot very carefully. I always put my car where I think it's not gonna get whacked. I'm always paranoid of that.
That's a good point. If you can
Yeah.
park it a little bit farther away.
Yeah, especially whenever I get a car and it's in the first year, I'm very careful about that.
Yeah.
I don't know. And then after that first year, it's out the window. It's like a fucking backwoods in it. Cutting somebody off for a parking spot. No, I don't cut people off.
So when I'm parking though, I try and wait a little bit. I'll find an area where I can pull off to the side and sort of wait, because I have the theory that eventually someone's going to move, and they'll come and they'll take their car. I try and be patient about it.
Yeah.
I don't really rush it. A lot of
Okay.
people zoom
Yeah.
around, sort of try and find that perfect spot, but it's
Yeah.
a lot harder. You know what frustrates me though? When I'm waiting for that spot, and then all of a sudden, as that person leaves, someone on foot comes in and tries to save the spot.
Oh my god, yeah. They send their little fucking co-pilot out there thinking it's fucking claiming rules, like old times.
I can't stand it. It's like if you're not in the vehicle and there, it's not your spot.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
doesn't have your name on it.
As I was telling you before, man, the entitlement issue, especially when it comes to people parking their automobiles, it's insane. Just take a step back and realize how you're projecting yourself right now.
I mean, I understand the strategy. You send someone to the other side of the lot while you cruise one side, and then if they see a spot, they'll flag you down. But
Yeah.
if someone is already there, you gotta move your ass. It's not your spot.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't just step in and be like, nope, dibs.
Right? And then I see so many things on YouTube of the people fighting over the spot
my God.
that. It's like parking savers versus people trying to park.
You ever see that video of the guy that got cut off by a little car and he was in a big truck and he just hooked up a winch to the car, yanked the car out, and then parked in the spot?
No, I haven't seen that one. That's
Dude.
a new one for me.
Oh, it's fucking hilarious. Just yokes out this little car out of the spot down the parking lot and then unhooks it, goes and parks in that spot.
Damn. That's
Yep.
one way to do it. Now,
Yeah.
if you're... So that's one situation. But say you're the person that's in that spot and someone cruises up behind you and you're waiting there, how much time are you allowed?
See, if I'm walking to my car and you fucking stop and you do that sudden brake check, where's he fucking going? I'm gonna fucking take my sweet ass time. I'm probably gonna hop in my car, pull out my phone. I'm gonna start checking my fucking Instagram.
All right.
I'm just fucking... Alright, so yeah, literally I'll pull out my phone, check the Instagram, see what's going on. Check my fucking text messages, because I generally will forget to text people back, so get on that, make sure I'm all good there.
Yeah, catch it all up.
Yeah. Then if I'm done with Instagram and there's nothing for the podcast or anything I want to do, then I'll put my seatbelt on, check my mirrors, case anything got bent out of whack, somebody bumped into my mirror or anything,
Yep.
Put myself in reverse, check 8 times every which way. You got to be safe, especially in a mall parking lot.
Left,
There's children.
Right, left, right.
And then I'll slowly make my way out of that parking spot in the safest manner possible. Just because you do not have that spot until I fucking decide I'm leaving.
But if they patiently wait, then they get the spot.
Yeah, like if you wait and I'm like literally like I won't do that for like ever, but if like you're aggressive, I'm gonna do that like in any way. If you're giving me a look or anything, like honking the horn, like you come and ask me something, I'm gonna make up like a scenario. Like I'm not fucking just moving for you because you're an impatient prick.
See, I recently had someone come up and knock on my window when I was waiting, and they were waiting behind me, and I was planning on leaving. But like you said, I had stuff to do. I had to get my iPad in order so that I could like get my podcasts going on my commute. I wanted to order a coffee through the Starbucks like mobile shit. And,
you're being a responsible driver. Like
I'm trying to do
doing
all
this shit instead of being on the road and fucking being on your phone.
Trying to order a coffee when you're going 60 miles an hour. Yeah. So
yeah.
I'm doing all this while I'm parked in my spot, and this guy's waiting behind me. He comes up, he knocks on the window. He's like an older gentleman, and he's like, "Hey, are you leaving?" And I rolled down my window. And I'm like, "Yeah, I just, I'm ordering my coffee on my cell phone, and I'm trying to set up my podcast on my radio." And he just kind of looked at me like I went beep boop bop bap beep boop bop boop boop. But he got the general gist that I'd be leaving in a minute. So it's like just hold.
He just
the
fucking
up.
blew his world, man. Like he didn't even know any of what you said, but he was still offended probably because you weren't just getting out and leaving.
Well, he was pretty understanding because there's nothing you can do. It's like the person's in the spot. It's like you can either wait patiently or you can fuck off. Pretty much.
Dude. Well, we've all encountered the person that's like impatient and fucking aggressive on the horn, or like, come on, can you move? Like, like it's like people will definitely overstep sometimes.
Oh yeah. And that's gonna get you nowhere. like we were saying before, you can always just go to your car and then if someone's dick, go back in.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Yeah, man. Parking can
No
draw
one
out the
gets a
worst
spot.
in a person.
Oh man. Well, we hope that if you're listening to us while you're driving, that you find that spot in your life that you're hoping to find. Hopefully it's not too far. It's under a shady tree.
Yeah, an American Slacker podcast would also wish that you would be patient if you are waiting upon a person. With the utmost patience and non-aggressive. No horn, people. Be nice. Wave. Smile.
Unless they fucking deserve it. You know what? You know what's worse than like the flipping someone off?
What?
If you point.
Oh, God.
You point.
That's just like when a bull sees red. Like, it's just like if you point at anybody, that's an instant confrontation you're getting into.
Well, if they're in the wrong, like say they cut you off or they tried to merge on you, you just point. You don't flip them off. Yeah,
Dude.
point at them with a scowl.
Oh, my God.
Or disapproving finger wave.
Oh, like, nah.
Like, oh, no, you fucked up. Like, you're the one in the wrong here. Fuck. Oh, man. Shame on you.
What were you thinking?
And then you point. You finger wave, shame, and then you fucking point at them. So they're like, shame on you, you fuck.
Yeah.
You throw the finger in at the end. It could be a 3-part motion. A finger wave, point, flip off. Because then they're like, oh, he didn't lead with the bird.
No, he closed hard and classic, though, with it.
Talk about sending a message. Don't mess it up, though. Don't start waving your finger at him while you're pointing. That's not going to do anything. He's just going to be like, what? I think that guy's having a seizure.
Yeah. What is that? What is that? What are you trying to say to
Michael
me?
J. Fox is fucking shaking at me in the other car there.
Oh, God.
Well, welcome
Damn, Marty.
to the show.
The show known as American Slacker Podcast. We said it before. We'll say it again. What's up? It's Matthew.
And Jesse.
And as always, we're going to come at you hard in the intro with some good news. Some good old-fashioned weird fucking news.
Because it's always weird in this weird world we live in.
Weird times we're living in.
Absolutely. I mean, it's a perfect example. You know, you can get famous just by sneaking into a very famous football game.
Oh, one could say the Super Bowl?
One could. One could also be worried about the NFL. one could not give a shit either. But either way, you guys know what we're talking about. It was the Patriots versus the Falcons in Houston at NRG Stadium. And a couple of guys who were up to no good started making trouble in their neighborhood by picking up a ladder and sneaking into the fucking game without any tickets.
Now, did they climb like over a wall, like a Donald Trump wall style? Like, what was going on?
They snuck in. They tunneled. So
okay,
there's always
smart.
a way around.
There's always a way around.
And they managed to, and actually a ladder was involved. They managed to go through a couple chain link fences. They grabbed a ladder that was just kind of sitting around, and it kind of worked as the perfect cover to remain cool, just sort of walk around and make their way into the stands where they were able to like put all this on Snapchat. They took some video.
Oh my god.
And they got their 15 minutes of fame.
So they just acted like contractors, like, we're supposed to be here.
Well, yeah, they probably look like production assistants or something, like walking around with,
Nobody
like,
questioned it at all.
equipment.
At the biggest sporting event of the fucking year.
Yeah, and they actually, the kid who posted most of the videos got a knock on his door from NFL security the next day.
Oh, shit. Not a good feeling.
Because they were interested to find out how he had done that, and he didn't get in too much trouble from what I understand. They just kind of, you know, they were like, if you let us know how this all went down, like how you did it, so that we can prevent this kind of stuff in the future. Hey, I'm glad it was them and not like someone trying to do harm.
Yeah, especially like the Super Bowl, which is always like worried about having an event, just like the New Year's Eve event. You know, there's certain events throughout the year that just are like, they seem to be, there's always theories it's going to be a terrorist attack there. And like the Super Bowl's always been like one of those.
Oh yeah, it's a high profile event.
It's kind of scary that some dude just grabbed a ladder and headed right in.
Yeah, well, I guess they found the ladder somewhere back there. They didn't even have to bring it with them.
Hell no.
Okay.
They didn't have to risk losing anything.
Easy for them.
I wonder if they pre-plotted that, like, we're gonna go in there and look for the first construction equipment that we could find and see what we can carry and look natural.
From the videos that I watched, it was almost like just you know, they were gonna do the old slip in through a couple fences and try and lay low, but then they saw the ladder as like an opportunity to kind of blend in.
Yeah, man, genius.
They
Fucking
also,
genius.
on their way out, they met Guy Fieri in the parking lot.
Oh, fucking Ed. Did he take him to Flavortown?
I think he handed him some chili, as he always does when he meets new people. And
He always has pouches in his pockets, just so everybody knows.
Yep, little pouch of chili. Just pop it open, and it's warm because it's on his body already.
And it's not even like it's officially packaged like you would think from like a chef. No, it's just a Ziploc bag, and you have to trust that Guy Fieri didn't do anything to this chili.
Oh no, he didn't do anything except warm it with his body heat.
No,
he's he's a very warm guy. That's why his head's always on fire.
Yeah, he's a very misunderstood guy from what I hear from the internet.
So they ran into him and they told him like, "Hey, we broke into here," and he's like, "Oh man, that's fucking cool." And he's like, "I'm gonna remember you kids as like the kids I met in the Super Bowl parking lot, like who snuck into the Super Bowl."
I wonder if he's gonna mention it on his Triple D show.
The Super Bowl madness continues into this next story, from what I understand.
Oh, God. Let's not fall behind. Let's not get stuck. Like our next story here, what we have is a 50-year-old man in Oakland, New Jersey, found himself stuck waist deep in mud in the middle of a river.
Oh, man.
Now, what happened is he has no idea how he ended up here. He just remembers that he watched the crazy comeback of the Super Bowl that everybody has been fucking talking about.
Well, at least he saw it.
He saw the game. No need to worry, people. But he has no fucking clue how or what happened in the icy waters that he was stuck in until around 7 a.m. when a crew that was heading down the river to clear some vegetation spotted this old motherfucker chilling. As I said, the man was found. He was barely speaking. He was barely conscious. He was frozen. Everybody's wondering how this old man survived more than 4 to 6 hours in this condition. You know, it's
yeah. I was wondering
the body
that
shuts
myself.
down. Yeah, man, and talk about being saturated with water. That's the easiest way to fucking get hypothermia and just basically shut down. So basically, our theory here at American Slacker is this old man was drinking, and the article leaves no reason to believe that he was drinking besides the whole action of how he ends up in this river without any knowledge.
I'd say it's
he had headed from a park. And I'm assuming, it doesn't say, but I'm assuming he was heading home from somewhere like a bar. Headed through a park. The water was in the park. He thought there was a little bit of ice there, and he thought he could walk across this river, I'm assuming. That's when shit went sour.
That's probably it, because he was probably walking on the ice, all of a sudden that breaks through, and then he's waist deep in mud. Just like, this sucks.
At least he was wasted.
Well, that might have been the only thing that kept him alive, because if there's ice, that water had to have been cold as shit.
Yeah, the superpower that alcohol gives you is the only way this man survived.
And he was found by what? It was like wildlife people? Wildlife workers?
I think it was just like state workers that were
like game preserve
town
people?
workers, you know?
Because they were going to clear out vegetation or something. They stumble upon this. That's just a weird way to start your morning. I was thinking of that, too.
Yeah. Oh, man. What a fucking way to wake up.
Yeah.
In the hospital. Because I'm sure he doesn't realize anything until he fucking actually got warmed up and hypothermia was gone.
Yeah, and he does, like, I feel for this guy. He had too good of a time. Partied too hard.
The moral of the story is have a good wingman that will not allow you to get stuck in mud.
That's a good point, yeah. Buddy up, guys. Buddy system.
Yes.
You
Firm
can't.
believers of that here.
It always gets crazy around the time of the Super Bowl. Those parties, you gotta watch out.
Don't have too much fun.
Well, what's your go-to snack for, like, parties?
Oh, man. You can't go wrong. Dude, my new thing is, like, mac and cheese bites. Those are fucking disgusting. Oh, my God.
That'd be
chicken
good.
wings, dude. Chicken wings. You can never go wrong with chicken wings.
Never go wrong
Who
with
doesn't like
chicken
those?
wings.
Yeah, if you don't like chicken wings, I don't like you. No, I'm just kidding, but still.
Well, it's a good judge of character, I'd say.
Yeah. You know, the simple party things. You know, I'm a big fan of the typical party foods.
7-layer dip?
Dude, who doesn't like 7-layer dip? Again, if you don't like it, I don't like you. No, not again. Not really.
You got your guac, you got your cheese, you got your sour cream, your beans, all your little veggies on top.
Dude, guac.
Now,
Guac City all day.
Now, how about a 540-pound not 7-layer dip, technically, but a Fiesta dip?
That's a little bit much. That's too much dip for my take. That would take me a bit. It would go bad before I could get through that.
Yeah, you might need a couple of people to help you out on that one.
Fiesta party. Let's do a fiesta or a party, however you take it.
Right? Yeah, you would need a Fiesta worth of people to take down this Fiesta dip. Fucking
Yes.
Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is no stranger to setting huge records, this article says. But this time, he has outdone himself. His team at $7 Studios, along with his production partner, Danny Garcia, they've set the Guinness World Record for the largest layered dip, with the 540-pound contained within a 100-gallon tank Fiesta dip.
Jesus Christ, that's a lot of dip.
It's impressive.
That is impressive. That's a lot of dip, man.
It's like you would need, you'd be going with the regular size chips for a while, before you'd get through even one layer of this dip.
Yeah, man. You would need a shit ton of chips.
I'm going to break it down. We got 550 pounds of refried beans, 75 quarts of sour cream, 9 pounds of seasoning mix, 76 pounds of cheese, 38 quarts of guacamole, 38 quarts of tomatoes, 19 quarts of green onions, and 37 quarts of black olives.
What the fuck?
Whew.
Dude, that's a lot of
Fucking
beans.
ridiculous.
That's a lot of beans.
Yeah.
Shit.
And I guess they donated it to a homeless shelter afterward.
So it was more than 550 pounds or whatever you said initially.
Well, with the tank.
Oh, wait. I thought you said there was 500 pounds of beans alone.
Oh, no. There was, for the beans, it was 153 pounds.
Oh, okay. I thought you said 553. I was like, holy shit. That's a lot.
That
That's
would be
still
insane.
a lot of beans. 153 pounds of beans? That's a person.
Oh,
That's a
absolutely.
person of beans.
Oh, yeah, that is a person of beans.
Yeah.
Fucking, the one that they had beaten the record of was 440 pounds. So they surpassed it
Yeah.
by 100 pounds.
Man.
It's
That's
pretty
insane.
impressive, I have to say.
That's pretty impressive. That's a lot of dip. Now, what I'm saying is you got to throw a party. We got to have a fiesta. We'll get rid of that dip. But we're going to have to make a stop.
Okay.
Because I know a place and I know a guy. It's not close. We're gonna have to go shoot over to England, and we're gonna go to Windsor Legoland. All right.
Fiesta in Windsor, England. Let's do it.
Yeah. Play with Legos. There's a guy in the back I know. He's got a little shack. He's producing some of the finest devil's lettuce you ever heard of.
Okay, maybe.
Okay. Yeah. Well, not so much anymore, from what I hear. Our new story here brings us to England, Legoland, as we're talking. The fun place where you bring your children to have a grand old time. Well, somebody thought that was a perfect cover-up to hide a grow-op. Two men, a 40-year-old man from Windsor and a 34-year-old man from Birmingham, were arrested on suspicion of producing cannabis. Suspicion,
man. Yeah, that's pretty suspicious. Catch you in a house
full
of, or a shack full of weed.
It's not ours, we swear.
Like, I don't know. It's kind of suspicious.
We just showed up here, too. We were here for Legoland. This isn't where Legoland is?
Yeah, right. They got off the brick path there.
See, the worst thing about this story, though, is they weren't accessing this property from Legoland itself, but they were coming around the side, which was property owned from the goddamn queen herself.
Damn, that's now you're fucking with royalty.
Man, royal lands. You were fucking saying, like, it's like, shit, are you going to get it put on the pike?
Yeah, they could behead you, I think, is how that works.
Yeah.
To our UK listener, write into us and tell us what happens when you fuck with the royal family. They come down on your
You
heart.
still got that medieval shit going down?
They can put you in the stocks.
Yeah. Town square, people throwing tomatoes at your fucking face. You're just locked in.
Hopefully, this guy doesn't get piked.
These two guys, man, I hope they don't.
Yeah.
Take it easy on them. It's just a plant. It's just an herb.
Right? We know the queen's probably smoking.
That queen's definitely burning.
It
was me, the queen, and Johnny Hopkins. And we were burning that shit down.
You don't even know Johnny Hopkins.
I live Johnny Hopkins.
We're going from England, where they're growing pot and smoking Legos, over to Australia, one of our favorite places to cover news from.
Oh, we gotta do our fucking update on Australia, man. We fucking love the place.
Yeah.
It's always some fucking crazy shit going on down there. And from what I hear, a miracle has occurred.
Yeah, we're talking about the aquarium in Australia, and it's right near it's Reef HQ Great Barrier Reef Aquarium. It's kind of a long name. In Townsville, which wasn't that like where the Powerpuff Girls were located or something? So Townsville, or that might have been Fairly Odd Parents. I feel like there was a cartoon that it was Townsville, people of Townsville. Anyway,
was that? No, that's Smallsville. I'm thinking of Superman.
Yeah. Well, this shark's kind of a superwoman because she's been in a tank by herself without any males, and miraculously, she's given birth to a couple of shark pups.
Yeah, dude, I found that fucking crazy. Reproducing asexually is like, just the idea is insane.
Yeah.
It's a mutation.
It's really cool because it's like an evolutionary, like biological switch that apparently they're able to flip when if a female is out of contact with males for long enough to keep the species going, they're able to sort of, like you said, reproduce asexually, and they're studying this shark to figure out how it really happens and understand it more. It's really...
Yeah, man. It's crazy because it's essentially a clone because the only DNA that's obtained, is the mother's, which is the father at the same time.
There's a downside to having a clone because you only are dealing with one set of DNA and there's no variation in it. So eventually it will break down. And they can't.
Yeah, and you will have
that.
Health issues and a smaller lifespan.
But it's almost like a survival tactic in a way, it seems.
Oh man, yeah, to keep the species going, it's proof of evolution alone. It's crazy,
right? I'm thinking it's like the shark thinks, okay, I can't have anyone to like share my DNA with, so I'm going to, since I know I can't live much longer, I'm going to divide my cells, make more of me. They're not going to be as strong in terms of the DNA replication, but at least it's a chance.
But the hopes are
to keep.
Yeah, the hopes are as that stage mixes with another strand of DNA, so that it breaks that down to where it doesn't matter.
Yeah, It's really interesting. It's cool. It's cool that they're seeing this go down and they're able to study it in a way.
It's fucking, yeah, it's so interesting. I find the whole concept of asexual reproduction to be just crazy. It's nature's way of cloning. And
Right. And by
there's
the way,
a lot
it's
to learn from it, I'm sure.
it's a zebra or leopard shark, I believe.
Yep.
Actually, they might have had a
zebra,
correction down
right?
at the bottom here. Oh no, they corrected the Latin name, which I'm not even going to take a stab at. But yeah, it's a zebra
Oh
or a
yeah,
leopard
they're always
shark.
butchered.
Rare creatures. It's really neat.
Well, yeah, really fucking cool. I think that's wrapping up our regular news, which leads us to a new segment on the show. It's a quick segment, but it's an interesting one.
Hell yeah.
And we're going to call it Troll of the Month.
Troll of the Month. This is for February's Troll of the Month. This is someone that
Now.
trolled the
Yeah, okay, go ahead.
Well, yeah, just to give a little description of Troll of the Month, it's, we're picking someone who stands out in the field of trolling, be it good or bad. Sometimes it's a shame one. This time it's a good one. This guy's pretty funny.
Yeah, sometimes they're witty. Sometimes they're just, like, cringeworthy. You'll see where it goes. This one, we're going to start out strong. We got Pot Squatch.
Pot Squatch on the watch.
Now, if you're wondering what Pot Squatch is, it's the cousin to Bigfoot. Sasquatch. Now, no, not really. What it is it's Dave Meck. And Dave Meck owns Potco, which is the Costco for marijuana in Springfield, Massachusetts. The reason he's come into fame recently is because he had the chance to photobomb, basically, a newscast that was covering the blizzard that happened earlier this month. Now, he came out not dressed as a normal human being, but in a ghillie suit with a pot leaf as a mask and a bunch of pot leaves sewn onto his ghillie suit.
He looks hilarious. It's so funny.
Oh.
He's
Man.
traipsing around in the snow. Fucking.
And it's fucking blizzarding, so it looks like real fucking footage of like a Bigfoot footage, you know? Like,
Yep. He's,
real or fake?
He had the way that he has to walk in the snow sort of gives him that Bigfoot like walk too. That and the fact that the ghillie suit's probably a pain in the ass to walk around in.
Yes. So he did this in general advertisement. He believes, marijuana is great for kicking addiction. And he was looking for a powerful symbol when he was coming up with a mascot. So what better mascot than Pot Squatch to represent your store?
And he's over in Massachusetts, so that's not too far from you.
No, man. I'll definitely be hunting down the Pot Squatch soon enough, as long as I figure out the legality of the situation from an out-of-stater coming over, and if that's really enacted. I know it was voted legalized recreational in November, but with all laws changing, it takes a while for adjustments to happen, and it probably won't kick through for another year.
Well, if he
Hopefully,
has
not so long.
Well, if he has the store open right now, is it just it's not like an actual...
They have medical. They had medical
okay.
beforehand.
Okay.
They've always been a medical state.
Oh, then he can't call himself the Costco of pot, because that assumes that... Well, I guess you have to have a card to get into Costco, too, huh?
Well, he might be vamping up for when it kicks in. Who knows? I got to figure this out. I don't know enough to talk about it. But if that's open now, I'm going to Massachusetts.
We'll cover that eventually once we everything's hammered out to let people know along with ourselves.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's the era to stop treating it like a drug, because it's not. And it's nonsense to Schedule 1.
And thanks to this troll,
said,
thanks to our Troll of the Month here, at least people are getting a kick out of it, and maybe they'll...
and lightening it, yeah.
Yeah, a little bit more lighthearted. They realize, it's kind of fun and funny.
I think it's funny. And if I'm going to make a trip to Massachusetts, guess where I'm going? Going right to Springfield to see Dave Meck.
At Potco. Yeah, he's getting all kinds of free advertising off of us.
Hey, check them out. Let me know if you go there. God.
Yeah, actually, we have some Massachusetts listeners. Write to us at americanslackerdpodcast@gmail.com if you've ever been to Potco or if you know Pot Squatch.
Hell yeah. If you've had a chance to meet the mythological creature himself.
Right? If only we had the honor to see one in the wild. So, moving on, as we said, it's Valentine's Day tomorrow, if you're listening to this the day it comes out. And we are going to be covering what we like to call Lonely Hearts, which is, sort of breaking news about people who have had their heart broken. I just wanted to say breaking twice.
Yeah, I see that.
Fucking, so these are stories that are kind of are love gone wrong in a way, or odd love. It's almost a Valentine's Day continuation of our weird news, but with the twist of Valentine's Day.
Yeah, some sad scenarios going on here, and some not so sad scenarios too as well. But some really fucking sad ones though.
Ones. The first one that I'm gonna touch on here is, it's hard when you fall in love with something that just can't love you back.
Oh, dude, that's one of the dirtiest tricks of life.
Unrequited love is so tough, and it's even tougher when your unrequited love is illegal and should not be performed in public.
Yeah, in a lewd act as such, as the following story.
A man whose name will be redacted here, who aged 33, was seen lying face down in a road in Romford, East London. He was caught thrusting his hips on camera while looking sheepishly around to make sure no one was watching, which he failed at doing because someone was definitely watching.
Oh, they saw.
He was thrusting his hips and laying over a drain cover. So
we got a drain fucker here.
Yeah, we got a drain fucker. That's I didn't want to say it, but that's what it's got to be said. We got a drain fucker.
We got a drain fucker here.
Drain fucker, and he was quickly apprehended by the police. And
I'm sure
they arrested
carefully
him and
apprehended.
Yeah, it's like, all right, pull your pants up. Sir.
Pull your pants up and don't touch me with those hands.
After he had gotten a court summons, he never turned up for it. So now there's a warrant for his arrest. He's still out there. He's still
God.
He was a drain fucker loose on the streets of Romford.
Dude, be careful out there in the UK of the drain fucker in surrounding areas because he could travel and fuck your drain in your local town.
Yeah, look out for him. If you could be walking by and you're like, why is that guy laying in the gutter? Be like, oh God, he's fucking that drain.
Oh my God, dude, that's a sight to be seen. For not fucking kidding.
Well, or what's one that can't be unseen? That's for sure.
Ooh, that's a better way to look. Yeah, a sight to not be unseen.
Hopefully, he finds a drain that he can play with in private.
So, as we were saying, love that, it's not always mutual. Sometimes it isn't meant to be. Sometimes you might even have to rob a bank and just get away.
That's one way to do it, I guess.
Our next story here in Kansas City, of course. Another fucking lawless place, I swear, because I get a lot of crazy stories out of this fucking place. I gotta travel there, have a drink, meet the people.
What's going on, Kansas City?
Yeah, what the fuck's going on there? Is it a party fucking state? What we have here is Lawrence Ripple, a 70-year-old man, pleaded guilty Monday to charges related to a bank robbery that happened in September. Now, according to documents, Ripple entered a bank, handed the teller a note and said that he wanted money and that he had a gun. Then, when the teller handed him several $1,000s, a good chunk of money, he did not flee. He sat down and waited for police to arrive and apprehend him.
That's okay. So that's where the bank robbery plan falls apart and it turns into something else.
With no prior knowledge to what we're talking about, the police are like, what the fuck is going on here? They show up, there's an old man, he's got a bag of money, he's just sitting there, people are fucking shaking up around him, he's just chilling there. No gun.
He was just trying to withdraw, he just didn't understand. He didn't know how to...
Yeah. Later on, he revealed to an FBI agent that he was arguing with his wife earlier and he told her that he would rather be in jail than be with her any longer.
Oh, man. So I guess the worst thing for, even if they went light on him, that'd be, the worst sentence. Because he'd end up having to go back home.
He'd have to go home. So he's probably, just in court being a dick. Fuck you. That's
just flipping off the judge the entire time.
Ripple faces 20 years in federal prison and a fine up to $250,000.
Oh, wow.
He's like, joke's on you. I'm going to be in prison for the rest of my life.
Marriage counseling probably costs a little bit less, I would guess.
Yeah, man. Or, just give her half her shit if you're really, going to do the divorce and boom.
Or hell, a one-bedroom apartment probably costs less than that.
There's other ways out of relationships, people, than robbing a bank.
I love that that's his first fucking idea. He's probably been saying it for years, and she's like, "You'll never do it."
He's like, I'm going to rob a bank, Martha. And then you'll never have to see me again.
I know exactly how to get away from you. I'm going to go where you can't bother me anymore.
You're all talk, Lawrence. I'll show you, Martha.
It's like, he actually did it. He finally robbed the bank. Oh, man. Yeah, that's one way to get arrested, because of love. Another way to get arrested because of love is to pass out behind the wheels and be wearing pink lingerie in the middle of an intersection.
Oh, jeez. Getting over love, or...
As what happened in our last story. Well, I have my own theories as to why this went down. In Pittsburgh, police say a man was driving drunk in lingerie. Pittsburgh police have charged a man with drunken driving and fighting with officers who allegedly found him semi-conscious behind the wheel of a car while wearing pink lingerie.
Oh, my God. That's ridiculous.
The police say the 51-year-old was exposing himself when they arrived to find the car running, him going in and out of consciousness, and the vehicle was in the middle of the intersection.
Oh, fucking A, man.
They also found a open bottle of whiskey, which, why would you leave it open? Is it one of those, like, oh, you don't want to fuddle with the cap while you're, like, driving?
No, open bottle is, like, the seal's cracked.
Oh, okay. Not like an actual open bottle.
Yeah, no, he'd
like
probably don't just have it hanging out.
I can't find it.
On a seat.
It rolled under the seat. I can't find the cap.
If you find it, let me know, because I'm tired of losing alcohol over the seat.
Next day, he probably lost it somewhere next to the 2 guns he also had laying in the front of the car.
Dude, yeah, 1 gun's not enough. You got 2 hands. Why not feed the need?
But now, how do you hold the whiskey if you're holding both the guns?
Well, you get a straw.
Don't reach over blindly while you're driving, hoping to grab that whiskey bottle accidentally.
No, you get one of those long, silly string silly straws, and you fucking double toting guns, and you steer with your knees.
Okay. So you just double pistol, silly straw up, and fucking driving with your knees down the road.
Driving with the knees, drunk as fuck, in lingerie.
That's right. He's
presumably high heels.
I mean that takes a lot of energy. You'd probably pass out in the middle of an intersection if that's what was going on.
Yeah, I think that's what led to this event.
So yeah, it must be. It's either that or he was on his way to impress someone for Valentine's Day and it just all went wrong. That's what happens when you pregame too early.
Yeah, you want to be careful with that pregame, and it could do you in before you even know.
Maybe he was meeting up with someone on like one of the dating apps or something.
Oh man, well, as I was telling you, everybody uses dating apps these days. If you're single, it's so easy that one would say maybe a monkey could do it.
Possibly.
Well, in fact, that's the case.
Oh shit.
Dutch researchers at a zoo are figuring out that apes have the recognition to actually decipher what traits they want in a mate through a similar app you could compare to Tinder. A left swipe for no and a right swipe for yes. Now, they've shown that they could actually figure out sex like in photo alone. They could tell if it's a male or female.
Okay.
So the idea behind this is that it would cut down on the cost and the stress of moving these animals from place to place to see if they're even compatible or, like if they desire to mate.
I'm interested to see how well that works in terms of when they actually move the other orangutan there.
Yeah, right. I want to see the statistics of like, does it line up? Is it like the perfect matches where they both swipe each other actually like get along right away, or if there's like ones that don't work, and they have to separate. Who knows, man?
Yeah,
it's
super interesting that they're even able to recognize.
Yeah, they might just be having fun with a screen too. That's the other thing I would imagine. It's stimulation for the brain. Like, ooh, the things move when I put my finger on it.
Yeah, true. They could just be. I mean, my cats love watching football.
Yeah,
for that reason,
dude. Exactly, exactly. And if you put your iPad down and with the fish on it, they'll tap at it.
Now I found another article I don't know if it said it in the one that you're looking at, that they destroyed the iPad that they gave them at first.
Oh no, it's not in the article that I was referencing. That's ridiculous.
I found another one when I was looking at stuff, and I got it here. It says the orangutans weren't allowed to actually hold the iPads because the tablets weren't strong enough to withstand the blows.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
They're
so
just
I
pounding
think
the
they're
shit
trying
out
to
of
make
these iPads.
They're trying to make an orangutan-proof iPad also, so that they can give it to them.
Apple's on it.
That's got to be some strong shit. You should give that
Dude.
to, like, make that for people, too.
Fucking
'cause they're always
titanium.
breaking your screens and shit, you know?
Titanium Pro iPad with Gorilla Glass, or you could say orangutan glass.
Now they didn't jeopardize, or sorry, they didn't capitalize on the name for this orangutan dating app that we were thinking.
Orangutanger? Orangutanger?
Orangutanger.
Yeah.
That's a good one. And we were also discussing how, you're not far off from someone making a dog dating app. Like, that's definitely going to happen.
Oh, you know it, man. Owners, there's an owner out there that would totally, like, go through and swipe it for their dog. Do you like this one? Wag your tail. Let me know. Do you like it?
Right?
Fucking nutty people, man, own dogs.
But you would also have to come up with a good name for that one.
Oh, my God. Yep.
And we had a good one.
Yes, we did. I believe we settled on Boner.
Boner.
You got Tinder, you got Grindr, you got Orangutanger, and then you got Boner.
And then Pussy Hunter for the cats.
Well, we haven't decided on that one. That one's a little offensive.
Well, I mean, that just you might get some web traffic that you weren't expecting.
Yeah.
That one.
Yeah. People might be upset when you mislead them.
So that's pretty much it for the Valentine's Day Lonely Hearts. But we have some quick cringe stories that we stumbled upon. Just quick little anecdotes from dates gone wrong.
Oh, very wrong.
That we thought would be pretty funny to share with you guys.
Yes. We picked two of the best ones out of an article of 10 or so. And these ones really, really caught our eyes. The first one that I picked is coming from a female, Lisbeth, 27. We don't know a location, but we know the scenario. We had tickets to a Broadway show. I ate something that disagreed with me and shit my pants while running to the bathroom. And to make matters worse, I was wearing a thong.
That's no way to approach that. That's the worst case scenario.
Worst Valentine's Day ever for both you and whoever was on that date with you.
And whoever had to clean up the seat or like the floor on your way to the bathroom.
Yeah, like, God. What if she was wearing like a skirt or a dress?
That's what I was thinking too, a skirt or a dress.
I wasn't even thinking that. I was thinking like jeans, like, oh.
If you got pants, hopefully you didn't. Well, I mean, I guess if you got a ride there, then you can always call an Uber or something.
Yeah,
but then you're still gonna have to like interact with that Uber driver and be like, "I know I smell like shit. I'll give you a big tip. Just drive me home. I don't want to talk."
Not a scenario anybody wants to find themselves in.
Right. The one that I found, it comes from a guy named Christian, age 32. He says the sex with his girlfriend was amazing. The sex with this girl was amazing until she switched it up and tried reverse cowgirl, totally overestimating her abilities. They ended up in the ER all night because he was convinced that she had broken his dick. They'd stopped seeing each other soon after. Which didn't just bruise him, bruised the relationship as well, apparently.
Yeah, that tends to happen when you're a little bitch, because that's my theory.
Matt thinks he just couldn't handle it.
He couldn't handle it. It was too much of a woman for him. Convinced she broke his dick. That leads me to believe his dick was not really, in fact, broken.
He was overestimating.
He got a little bruising, bud. It happens. Rough times, rough things. Get over it.
Put some ice on it.
Yeah, dude.
Take a lap.
Yeah, walk it off, dude.
Walk it off. Oh, man. So, yeah, that goes out, I guess, Christian, hope your dick feels better. Lisbeth, stop eating so much crap before going on a date.
Yeah, don't eat things that you don't know if they'll go well with your stomach. Because, I mean, come on. That should be
How much
common
cheese
knowledge.
is too much cheese before a date? Any cheese is too much cheese before a date.
I just hope it wasn't a first date scenario.
Right? Oh, that'd be terrible. Well, I mean, then I guess you can cut your losses. Hope you don't like them too much.
Nah. All right. Well, this has been American Slacker, wishing you a better Valentine's Day than half of these fucking stories.
Yeah, these fools. Oh man.
Ah.
Lay off the chocolate X-Lax.
Yeah. Chill out, people. Be safe on dates. Come on.
We're happy to have had you on this pre-Valentine's Day show.
As always, thank you for tuning in. If you guys want to check us out, our main hub, AmericanSlackerPodcast.wordpress.com. You can also get at us on Instagram or Facebook, American Slacker Podcast.
Yeah, and really get at us on that Facebook. We're starting to get more traction on that, and we're happy to interact with people there.
Yeah, it's like the social media outlet that's a little bit behind, so we need some help, Slackers. Come on.
Yeah, quit slacking. Get on us and like our Facebook page. Also, you can find us on Twitter and Reddit at AMERSLKR Podcast. That's AMERSLKR Podcast. We are also, you can email us, AmericanSlackerPodcast@gmail.com. We're also on Patreon. Search American Slacker Podcast. Yeah, that's all you got to do. I got too many plugs. My brain is going now.
Do I have to shut you down again, man?
Welcome to American Slacker Podcast. No, I'm not going to start all of it over. We got you this far. We're going to get you out of here. I don't think I'm forgetting anything except our personal Instagrams.
No.
Mine is Landers the Plane.
And mine is MWG Media. Alrighty, people. Thank you again for tuning in. And until next time, that's it.
And there you go.
Roll. Go. All right, roll. Ready?
All right, I am rolling.
10, 9, 8, 7. Fuck you, whoever. Fuck you.
That got violent. Is that Tinder? Set me off?
No, you didn't hear that horn? Somebody just went by blaring a horn.
No, I did not
dude.
hear that.
It's like all the time when we're podcasting, too. I'm like, God damn it. I hate listening and knowing it's background noise on my end.
The listeners love it. They love it.